So, you want to join the furry fandom, but you do not know where to begin. Now, some may say that I've already made this video, and others may say that a million other people have already made this video as well. But there's a lot of things you should know before you just jump straight in. And these are things that I wish I knew. First of all, what are furries? What should you know before you just jump into this online cringe culture? And yes, we are a little cringe. It's okay to admit that. And that's one thing, you should admit that it is a little weird. But there is nothing wrong with being weird. Being weird is part of life. It's what makes us different, it makes what makes everyone special. Now, yes, there is a certain type of weird that should be avoided. But in other cases, everyone is weird. We all have our own interests. We all have our own interests. We all have our own dreams and desires. It's what makes us human. One common misconception about furries is that when talked about on the news, by other YouTubers, by anyone really on the internet, they basically start off with the whole fact like, oh, they think they're animals, we should treat them like animals. Well, the majority of us do not think we're animals. That is Therians, and there's nothing wrong with Therians. Now, personally, I don't exactly get it, but if they are happy thinking that they're an animal, and they can still live a normal life, providing to society, then let them believe what they want. That's just what makes them special. Now, basically, you're not gonna agree with everything. Not everybody's gonna agree with you. Everyone's gonna have different opinions. But that is totally okay, because the furry fandom is a very diverse and accepting place. Now, obviously, again, we don't accept everybody. I'm talking to you, zoos and maps. Stay out. Furries are not just cosplay. They're a whole art form. It's freedom of expression, a way to express yourself in a way that maybe you can't exactly do in real life. Now, obviously, we live real lives. I go to work, I go to school, I do things outside of this fandom. And that is another thing you should know. You should not dedicate your entire life to it. Because if you want to join the fandom, you have to remember, it's a hobby, it's a fandom. It is not your entire life. Now, yes, you could make it a big part of your life, but you shouldn't make it your entire life. Look at this, for example. I'm a big fan of Star Wars, and I waste a lot of money on this stuff. In fact, I just bought some realistic cosplay lightsabers. Yeah. Maybe I should tone it down with the spending. I mean, this costs $600. Alright, so let's tone it down on the philosophy stuff. What else about a furry should you know? Basically, you don't need this. Now, another thing that furries often think about is that, oh, if you're gonna be a furry, you need to get fursuits. No, you don't need a fursuit. You do not need a fursuit to be a furry. I was a furry for years before I got a fursuit. And you wanna know what my first fursuit was? It was that thing. I'm not sure if you could see it very well, but it was that Spirit Halloween wolf mask. And those things are like 40 bucks. You don't need to spend millions of dollars. You don't need to go broke. The furry fandom will still accept you. There is no rules. I mean, yes, there are rules. Okay. But I'm just gonna make this, when I say there are no rules, we're gonna keep human decency, okay? Because I don't want to explain that over and over again. But yes, there is no rules. There is no limits to your imagination. But be warned, being a furry does not automatically absolve you of everything. Basically, there are still millions of things that could go wrong. And that's another thing that I should bring up. You're going to do dumb stuff, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to do really dumb stuff that might make people hate you. And that's just like in real life. Not everybody's gonna like you. I have people who don't like me. And I have a lot of people who I don't like. It's just part of life. And you can't focus on that. You need to focus on the positives. You need to focus on being the best you can be. It really is just a place full of acceptance, fluffiness, and just amazing people. Now, yes, there are dark sides. There are more adult-themed sides, but that's in everything. You can't go to any fandom and not expect that. Literally, even Star Wars has that same side. Marvel has that same side. Normal cosplayers who dress up as those characters, they have that side. So there really is no escaping it. So if you don't like it, just ignore it. Focus on the positive, focus on the side you want. Join the furry fandom, but just do your research, because, I don't know. Whenever you join any online group, any group or fandom, do your research, have fun, and most importantly, be safe, because you can never be too safe. Okay, I'm gonna go hide in my closet now. Goodbye.